Confidence is extremely attractive.
This is what you get.
You look gorgeous today.
Yes.
Tell you that
Yes.
feels so good. Say that again.
Awaken the silence of hope and silence the noise of hopelessness.
Welcome to my new show, GUTSY Women Over 60. I am Felicia Mabuza-Suttle. These golden gutsy girls are ready to talk.
Now let's talk a little bit about beauty and fashion. I know after such heavy topic, you're like, beauty and fashion, but it matters. Why? Because I once saw a quote that says, when a man gets up to speak, people listen and then they look. But when a woman gets up to speak, people look.
Yeah.
And then if they like what they see, then they will listen.
Wow.
Isn't that an interesting one? In fact, I think that quote was by Mae West.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mae West.
Wow.
True or false?
I think it's true.
I do too.
I think it's true, and I hope it's changing.
You think it will change, though?
It has to change.
And I think
We have to evolve
It is
as a
changing.
society. Yeah, I think it is changing, but it's taking its time to change.
And as women stand up and own what they're saying in confidence, liking themselves in their skin, and then liking themselves regardless of what they have on, I think they'll just push past it. Maybe, society will still look for a second, but her voice and her message will overtake, I believe.
Confidence is extremely attractive. And if you walk in the room owning the room and know that you have something of value to share, and you share it with confidence, people are going to listen. They are going to listen.
Who said, Marcus Garvey, without confidence, you're twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you've won even before you have started.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's powerful.
Okay, makeup or no makeup?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Exactly.
Oh my
Depends
God.
on the day.
I have to have lipstick, or people will say, "Oh, Lynn, are you okay?"
I call it the badge of courage. The badge of courage. Lip gloss, lipstick, whatever.
Right. It
But
depends on the day.
Pamela Anderson, age 56, I think she's 57 now. But anyway, she went to Fashion Week with no makeup. It literally broke the internet.
Good for her. Good for her.
I mean, she had please stop wearing makeup, but I think she's kind of gone back a little bit to it.
Yeah.
And then my daughters ended up deciding, we too are not wearing makeup anymore. And their mother is still wearing makeup.
But I think it's what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So there are some days that I want makeup. Like when we were in New York,
Yeah. Oh,
I got a professional makeup
I
person
saw
to come
that.
and do makeup.
I
but
saw that.
but then there were most days. This is what you get, and I'm happy with it. But I think that it's what you feel like when you wake up that morning.
But do men wear makeup?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
I've seen them trim their beard.
But yes, they're wearing makeup nowadays.
Eyeliner and concealer.
Right,
Yeah,
right. They're
do.
making up.
Do they get Botox?
Yes.
Yes.
Which men are you
And
hanging
they get
around?
injections.
The vanity of men. Oh yeah, well, Owen is a special one.
need
Yes,
any of
but Owen
that.
is a-
Oh, but
Let's
he
go.
does spend more time in front of the mirror than I do. His wardrobe is bigger than my wardrobe.
Yeah, well, he's a
He gets more
dresser.
shoes than I have.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay. Just in case.
Well, I would love to go without makeup all the time. But I tell my husband, he's one of those wonderful, well, I have never met another one like him, but he tells me every day that I'm beautiful. And it
Sounds
comes
like
out of
a-
nowhere. It's not like I come in and say, how do I look? No, it's like when I'm looking at myself walking from waking up to the main room, and he'll look at me and say, oh, you look so beautiful.
Aww.
And I'm thinking, oh, no, don't look at me. Don't. And the thing is, I don't like myself without little tiny touch of makeup. But it depends on what I have to do. I don't want to scare people. That's the whole thing. I don't want to be
He
scared.
loves you and he knows you're
scaring
beautiful.
people. Well, it's people like Felicia was saying, or you were saying, what's wrong with you if you don't have your lipstick on? Do you feel bad? Or, it's like if I don't have a little bit of concealer right here, it's like, what happened to her?
I don't leave my bedroom without makeup on.
Oh God! I can believe that. I can believe that.
I am serious.
I can believe
You
that.
do what? You go to bed with your makeup?
No. I wake up, wash, take a shower, put my makeup on a little bit, just to go to the kitchen. I don't want to scare my husband now.
Oh, my
I want him
Lord.
to remember the way he met me. The only time you see
Maybe that's why I don't have a partner. Because I have to put on makeup before I leave the bedroom.
and I'll tell you my fashion icon is this woman. You have to look at Iris Apfel. She died recently at age 102. And she became a fashion icon at 80. These glasses are in honor of her.
Amazing.
So when I saw her, I started using these glasses. That's in honor of my fashion icon. And she was in 100 and something and should still be glamorous on camera.
Oh, yes.
Look out. Anyway, let's talk
Fantastic.
the most important stuff now for these young people to learn from us in television land and right here in studio. Purpose and passion. The older we get, the more we can share. Let's just share a little bit of words of wisdom with them. What is your purpose? What do you feel your purpose is in life?
I've always felt like my purpose, and it didn't come from a book or from anyone teaching me this, that it was to lift people up. I work on lifting myself up. I am not let me do this. I'm not self-absorbed. I'm not. I love lifting people up. And the older I get, which goes in tandem with us being together today, talking about over 60, is the older I become, the more permission I give myself. I never needed it before anyway, but the more permission I give myself now, I will walk by someone in the grocery store and turn around and say, "You look gorgeous today."
I tell you, that feels so good.
It does.
But it has to
And
be
to
authentic.
genuine,
It has to be authentic.
Right.
You don't do it for a purpose. You don't do it for a payback.
Right.
It is just, I'm not zipping it.
Right.
If I feel it, and I try not to say ugly things to people, like, you don't need to be wearing that color.
Don't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that. Why? Why would I do that? Bring somebody down. But I mean, even going through a drive-through, which I rarely do anymore, but a young kid is coming to the window, a female or male, and they say, "Oh, your car is so pretty." And I look at them, and I know there's somebody behind me, so I can't talk too long, but I say, "You know what? I worked real hard, and you can too. And if you like this car, you too can have one. It is in your scope to get it. You just stay with what you're doing." And I do this whole lifting up your...
Right.
And it's real. And I get a charge out of it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I came from nothing. And everything not nothing, I had a lot of love.
Yes.
But I earned everything, and I know how important it is to share with someone that you too can acquire, not material, but get to a point in your life where you're comfortable.
Right.
You don't have to worry.
My purpose is to connect people, to bring people in from all different walks of life, and talk about, especially with kids, because they're our future, and to talk about the similarities and the differences and develop respect for each other and understanding and acceptance of each other and all of those differences, and celebrate those.
Yeah.
So that is my heart. That is
So
my
you
heart.
took that sentence right out of my bio. Seriously.
We're connected. We're connected.
Because my purpose, I truly have believed always has been to teach and encourage us to celebrate our differences and acknowledge our shared humanity.
Yes.
And in fact, my consulting, Nozizwe Consulting, which means Mother of Many Lands, which is the name my maternal grandmother gave me, was that whole idea that wherever we come from, at our base, we are human, made in God's image.
That's right.
But that our differences are planned. That is what we need, our differences, in order to survive and thrive. That if we were all the same, how boring.
It would be so boring.
Right? And God planned us to be different because this world needs diversity.
That's what makes life interesting.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, see?
Yes.
And mine is along the same lines. I believe that I'm an encourager, a global encourager.
Oh, yeah, I
One
love
of
that
my
title.
mottos is let's awaken the silence of hope and silence the noise of hopelessness. There's so much hopelessness.
Say that again.
Awaken the silence of hope and silence the noise of hopelessness. Hope is the key. Hope is the key. And we find it in each other. We find it in ourselves. We find it in our time with God. But we really have to do it. We really have to hold on to hope because hope is real. We're all proving that. We're all living that.
Right. And what about you, ma'am?
Yes.
I mean, I think I know part of it, but
Can I hear?
yours?
Yeah.
I think one is encouraging youth. That, I mean, I've known that from you from when we were in school. I was not in the same class as you. I'm younger, okay?
Are you anxious?
I'm blocking her block.
But I mean, always about encouraging young people and expanding people's horizons. That's what I have known from you.
But I believe in third-party endorsement. She's right. I use social media literally to inspire young people. I've gone back to posting my old shows just to remind them what we talked about and what they should really talk about as well now, because things have not quite changed. That I've passed on the baton. I think that's the most important thing about leadership. If you can leave a legacy where the young people can follow in your footsteps, it's the most important thing you could ever do. So when I hear young television presenters and radio people saying, men and women, I'm where I am today because you paved the way for me. That is the most heartwarming thing. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And like Barbara Walters, I would ask, what would you want to be on your grave? Your gravestone. Barbara Walters said something about, what did she say? Roughly like she gave it all she can. I'm going to find it. But why wouldn't you say that? Go ahead.
For me, I believe it would be she lived hope that she talked about. She lived the hope that she talked about and she passed it on. She was truly a global encourager.
That's beautiful.
And yours, Shelley?
Well, I'm going to be cremated, so I won't have that. But if there was an obituary or something about me, I would hope that it would say she lived her life with kindness and she was a giver and she truly understood love and she gave a lot of it and therefore she received it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Wow.
No?
So mine is going to be in Xhosa.
Okay.
My tombstone is going to be in Xhosa.
Okay,
And it will just say, Begangum. And that's it. Which means she was a human being. And in our language, you know that is the highest compliment. And so I hope that my children would just say, Begangum.
Wow. That's deep.
That is deep. That's fantastic. Love conquers all. And I hope they would say she made a difference.
Yeah.
Mine, I'd like you to just say, and I also want to be cremated, by the way.
Me too.
Mine would really just say she gave it all she had.
Yes. Yes.
Gave it all she had. Finally, to the young people here with us, but before they talk, what is the one thing you want your children to know about you? How you feel about them?
Well, I want mine to know that I love them, and I think that they do. That I, when I see them, I see hope for the future, and that it would be really hard for them to disappoint me. I mean, they would have to try really hard to disappoint me. So, I mean, I just want them to know that, they're going to make mistakes, they're going to fall, they're going to mess up in their lives, but that would not disappoint me. I think that what would disappoint me is if I ever caught them being cruel to other human beings. So they would have, and my children are not that way. And so they would have to try. So I want them to know that I love them and that it's almost impossible for them to disappoint me.
Okay.
And mine would be along the same lines, that I believe in them. I believe in you.
Right.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
And do you know, a lot of parents don't let their children know that they believe in them.
Right.
Or they even listen to them. So that speaks volumes.
And Juliet?
I would want them to know that they have unconditional love and that nothing is going to change that. And that I really want them to follow their own path and do what they're passionate about.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Yes.
And I think they know that.
Great
I think
advice.
they do know that.
Mine would be, your pain is my pain doubly. Your happiness is my happiness doubly. I love to see my children happy. And when they're happy, I am so happy you can do and say whatever you want. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But we have a question we'd like to have young people ask us. I know they've written a few questions here, but we have a young person who said, I have a question right here. I have things like, what is the best career advice you'd give young people? What is your biggest lesson in life?
Best advice is find what you're passionate about and figure out how you can support yourself doing that your whole life.
There you go.
Yes.
Do what you love.
So
your whole
stop
life.
pushing them to go and get degrees. Let them follow their passion. Is that
They
what
need
you're
to
saying?
follow their passion.
Yeah.
That's where the happiness comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
And the gifting to the world. Because if you're doing what you are passionate about,
You're giving the
you
world.
are giving the world something
Absolutely.
that they would not otherwise have.
My advice to someone that's coming up and looking forward to having the capability to earn a living would be, look around, get as much information as you can about a variety of options and try them on for size a little bit. Even if it's, doing a little part-time thing here or there. I wish I had had mentors. I would have been an attorney. Everybody in my family was a teacher. And that's where my direction is be a teacher. So I did. But it didn't take me but about 3.5 years of being a teacher, even though I loved it, to find my passion.
Right.
And your passion was?
A hobby that I turned into a business, which was the modeling agency.
Oh, yes.
It was being in the midst of creating happy, it was fashion and it was all the good things. But then, I became that cat with 9 lives and switched and went into the mental health field. But I guess my advice to someone that's young and thinking about the future, and you're right, passion, and you do something that you're passionate about, and you will never work a day in your life. And that's what happened to me when I stopped teaching, and I didn't feel like I worked a day in my life while I was doing that for 12, 15 years with my agencies that I had.
That's phenomenal.
we live such a long time, we can do exactly what you said and have multiple careers.
Yeah. Yes.
You can explore different things because people have lots of interests.
Thank you. Yes.
Absolutely, I agree.
Did you get you, Linda?
Not yet. Mine is rest because you must, but don't quit. Rest is so important.
Rest. Amen. Woo, that nap thing. That nap thing.
Even as a young person, you try to burn the candle at both ends. It doesn't work. Exhaustion. My body broke down on me because I was exhausted. Adrenal fatigue. Just too tired, not eating right, not doing what the doctor said. Ended up in emergency, misdiagnosed, ended up 13 days in a mental hospital because I was tired. But I learned the best lesson there, that you have to take care of your own self. So rest because you must, and don't quit. And your well-being is the prerequisite for the well-being of those around you.
You're right.
Your well-being is the prerequisite for the well-being of those around you. If you're not okay, then those around you will not be okay.
Yeah.
But rest because you must. Don't quit, regardless of the mistakes. We'll all make mistakes. We learn from the mistakes. Rest and then get back up and keep going.
You guys are amazing. You have a question for these ladies? Oh, no, these gutsy women over 60. You heard how gutsy they were.
I do.
Will we pick it up on mic?
Possibly, yeah.
Oh.
So my question is, was there a pivotal moment in your life where you fully learned how to accept yourself and love yourselves? Was there a moment in time where you kind of just woke up one day and you realized you're accepting all parts of yourself? Yeah, my question is just, was there a moment when you really learned how to love yourself and radically accept yourself, and when that was, and how do you continue to nurture the self-care and just the complete acceptance of yourself?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I when I think about it, I know that there was a time. So I got divorced. I left Connecticut, where I was living, and moved to London to go to graduate school, and I fell into depression. And it was at that point that I started going to a psychiatrist, but also going and being more involved in the church that was on campus. And that was the point where I think I had reached my lowest, and coming out of that, realized that, I'm divorced, I'm not a failure. Right. That I can build a life for myself. I can be, and it was really important because it also allowed me to drop out of my PhD program that I had, I was like, yeah, I need to get a PhD. And I was like, no, this is not what I want to do. And so that was the point where I said, okay, no, the person is the person. And what I end up doing is going to be what gives me joy. But I am enough. I need to grow. I need to learn things. I need to change. I need to be fluid. But my core, I am enough.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
With that, we close, and I say thank you to you ladies.
Well, thank
Me
you.
too.
Thank you for inviting us. Oh my goodness. This was so much fun. Thank you, everybody.
Got me crying.
Thanks to our gutsy women, Lynn, Naomi, Shelley, and Linda Michelle. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, when gutsy women say it like it is.